Good morning to all. The topic which we are going to discuss is the basics of quantum physics. Why we need quantum physics? Here, the failure of classical mechanics evolutes the quantum physics. What are the failures? We'll see. We'll see some of the failures of classical mechanics. Classical mechanics fails to explain the stability of an atom. Here, in case of classical mechanics, an electron moving round the nucleus, its energy should decrease and therefore its velocity should decrease continuously. So, the electron comes closer and closer to the nucleus until it collapses. This shows the instability of an atom, which is not true. Here we'll see another example. The classical mechanics also fails to explain the spectrum of the hydrogen atom. According to classical mechanics, the excited atoms of hydrogen emits electromagnetic radiation of all wavelengths continuously, while it is observed that they emit the radiation of certain wavelengths only. Here we'll see one more example, that is black body. If the body absorbs all the incident radiation, then it is called black body radiation. But in actual practice, it is not possible to realize a perfect black body. These failures evolutes the quantum physics. We'll see black body radiation. A perfect black body is one which absorbs and emits in all radiations that fall on it. The radiation given out by the black body is called black body radiation. For that, we are going to have a law called Kirchhoff's law. Ratio of emissive power to the coefficient of absorption of any given wavelength is the same for all bodies at a given temperature and is equal to the emissive power of the black body at that temperature. For that, we are going to have an experiment called black body radiation experiment. In practice, a perfect black body is not available, as we know. Therefore, let us consider a hollow sphere coated with lamp black on its inner surface. Here, a fine hole is made for radiations to enter into the sphere as shown in the figure. Now, when the radiations are made to pass through the hole, it undergoes multiple reflections and are completely absorbed. Thus, the black body acts as a perfect absorber. Now, when the black body is placed in a temperature bath of fixed temperature, then the heat radiations will come out only through the hole in the sphere and not through the walls of the sphere. Thus, a perfect black body is a perfect absorber and also a perfect radiator of all wavelengths. Here we'll see the energy spectrum of a black body radiation. When a perfect black body is allowed to emit radiations at different temperatures, then the distribution of energy for different wavelengths at various temperatures is obtained, which is shown in figure. The energy distribution is not uniform for a given temperature. For every temperature, we are having different spectrum. The intensity of radiation which increases with respect to the increase in wavelength at a particular wavelength, which has become maximum, and after that it starts decreasing with respect to the increase in wavelength. When the temperature is increased, the maximum wavelength decreases. For all the wavelengths, an increase in its temperature causes increase in energy. Then the total energy emitted at any particular temperature can be calculated from the area which under the particular curve. For this spectrum, we are going to have energy distribution laws. We are having three distribution laws for energy. One is Stefan-Boltzmann law. According to this law, the radiant energy of the body is directly proportional to the fourth power of the temperature of the body. That is, energy is directly proportional to T to the power 4. That is, energy is equal to sigma into T to the power 4, where sigma is Stefan constant and the value given for sigma is 2 pi to the power 4 kb power 4 divided by 15 h³ squared. Next, we are going to have the second law, that is Wien's displacement law. This law states that the product of wavelength lambda, maximum energy, and the absolute temperature is a constant one. That is, lambda m into T is a constant one. This law shows that as the temperature increases, the wavelength corresponding to maximum energy decreases. Wien also showed that the maximum energy, that is E max, is directly proportional to the fifth power of the absolute temperature. By deducing this law, he obtained a law called Wien's law of distribution of energy, which is given by E lambda is equal to C1 lambda to the power minus 5 exponential of minus C2 divided by lambda T. Here C1 and C2 are constants, and the values for C1 and C2 are C1 is equal to 8 pi Hc and C2 is equal to Hc divided by kBt. Then we are having the Rayleigh-Jeans law, which is the third law of energy distribution. According to this law, the energy distribution is directly proportional to the absolute temperature and is inversely proportional to the fourth power of the wavelength. That is, E lambda is equal to 8 pi kBt divided by lambda to the power 4. This law holds good only for longer wavelength regions and not for shorter wavelength regions. As we mentioned, Wien's displacement law holds good only for shorter wavelength radiations, and this law is for longer wavelengths. It is found that both Wien's and Rayleigh-Jeans law do not agree with the experimental results. Therefore, we can conclude that the classical theory was not to explain the emission of black body radiation. Thus, Max Planck used quantum theory to explain the black body radiation. Till now, we have seen some basics of quantum physics, the evolution of quantum physics with the energy distribution of quantum physics. Thank you.